out and register and make sure you vote. Don't be silent about your future. Go and register today.
INEC chairman must be fired. Yes. INEC chairman must be fired. Yes.
2027, North versus South. Who really holds Nigeria's future? Nigerians, something very interesting is happening ahead of the 2027 elections. Reports say the South now tops INEC's pre-registration list of new voters. At the same time, the North is rallying its people to register massively. What does this mean? Is 2027 going to be a battle of numbers between the North and South, or will it finally be about leadership, vision and credibility? Stay with us as we break this down. The South's political awakening. Let's start with the South. For the first time in decades, we are seeing a massive political awakening, especially among youth and women. Since the 2023 elections, the South has become restless. The hashtag obedient movement shows that millions of young Nigerians are tired of old politics. They want to vote. They want their voices heard. They want change. So, when INEC data now shows that the South is topping pre-registration, it means one thing. The people are ready to fight for their future with their PVCs. But here is the question. Will this enthusiasm last till election day? The North's counter move. Now, let's look at the North. Historically, the North has always played the number games in Nigerian politics. States like Kano, Katsina, Kaduna, Borno and Jigawa often produce millions of votes. This has been the North's strongest weapon in presidential elections. So, when we hear that the North is rallying voters, it should not surprise anyone. It is a counter-strategy to neutralize the South's growing influence. The message is clear. We still have the numbers. We will decide who becomes president. But should democracy be reduced to just numbers? Where does competence, justice and fairness come in? The danger of the North versus South politics. Here is where the danger lies. If the 2027 elections become a North versus South population war, then Nigeria's fragile unity will be at risk again. Instead of asking who has more registered voters, we should be asking who has the best plan to fix Nigeria's economy, insecurity and education. But sadly, politicians love to play the ethnic card, and ordinary Nigerians suffer for it. If we are not careful, 2027 may deepen the divisions instead of healing them. Now let us look at the role of INEC and technology. Let's not forget INEC. Even if the South tops registration, the big question is, will those votes count? We saw in 2023 how technology like BVAS and ILF became controversial. So, what happens in 2027? If INEC fails again, if votes are suppressed, stolen or manipulated, then all this mobilization will mean nothing. That's why Nigerians must insist that the electoral umpire works with integrity and transparency. The need for electoral reform. While technology and INEC's performance play a big role in Nigeria's elections, the truth is that without deep and genuine electoral reform, the massive pre-election turnout may amount to nothing. Nigerians have witnessed how voters' energy and numbers can be undermined by weak institutions, compromised officials, and legal loopholes. The Electoral Act of 2022 was a major step forward, introducing the BVAS and ILF systems, but many gaps remain. For example, there is still ambiguity around electronic transmission of results, poor penalties for electoral malpractice, and lack of independence in how INEC leadership is appointed. Without reforms that guarantee transparency, punish offenders, and empower institutions, even the best technology can be abused. Reform is also needed in areas such as campaign financing to stop money bags and godfathers from buying influence, party primaries to prevent imposition of candidates and internal corruption, electoral justice to ensure election petitions are resolved before swearing in, so stolen mandates are not legalized by time. In essence, without bold reforms, the North and South can register millions, but the same old problems, rigging, manipulation and vote buying, will still dictate the outcome. If Nigeria truly wants 2027 to be different, reform must go hand in hand with technology and citizens' participation. Another important angle is the youth and women factor. The South's numbers are being driven by first-time voters, young graduates, artisans, students, and market women. These are people who have suffered unemployment, high fuel prices, and insecurity. They want a change in their lives. But here is the challenge. Will these young people only register and rant on social media, or will they actually come out, stand under the sun, and defend their votes? That's the test. But what does it mean for Obi, Atiku, and Tinubu? Now, let's break it down by key political players. Peter Obi, the South's rising registration favors him, but unless he builds alliances in the North, he may once again face the no structure problem. Atiku Abubakar, a northern candidate, benefits if the North rallies behind him, but his age and declining influence may weaken his chances. Bola Tinubu, as the president, his survival depends on keeping the North royal. If he loses youth votes in the Southwest, his re-election bid may be shaky. So you see, it's not just about North versus South. It is also about individual strategies. In conclusion, at the end of the day, 2027 is shaping up to be a historic contest. The South may have the energy and new registrations. The North may still control the numbers. But the real question is, will Nigeria finally choose competence over ethnicity, vision over population figures? Because if we keep reducing democracy to North versus South, then Nigerians will keep suffering while politicians keep winning. 2027 should not be about where a candidate comes from, but about who can rescue Nigeria from economic collapse, insecurity, and corruption. The future is in the hands of the people, but only if the people are truly ready. What do you think? Will the South's registration wave change the game, or will the North's numbers once again decide Nigeria's next president? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Chinick TV, where we tell you the truth behind the headlines.